Good morning, students. Let's continue with the topic implementation of POS, that is product of sum. And product of sum is the part of Karnaugh map and K-map. And as you know that the use of K-map, basically the K-map is used to reduce the Boolean function. And from the few classes, we got the idea about the simplification procedures and the reason for simplifying the Boolean expression. So the Boolean expression or the Boolean function can be divided into two forms. One is POS, another is SOP. So the POS is called product of sum. It is represent like this: a plus b whole naught dot a naught plus b. Like this, we can represent the Boolean function. So the product of sum is also known as the max term, which is represented by pi of m. Okay, and we have some rule why implementing this POS. Okay, that rule is that the complement variable is represented with 1 and the non-complement variable is represented as 0. So here I am taking that a naught is a variable as it is a complement form of that a variable, so it is represented as 1, and a is simple a non-complement variable of a Boolean function, it is represented as 0. So from the few class back, we just study this POS, the representation of a POS. Okay, we can use the POS using two variables. Okay, and the POS can be implemented inside the three variable K-map. It also implemented the four variable K-map. Okay, and the n variable K-map completely depends on the number of variable which is present inside the Boolean function. Let's consider this one. Okay, so here a plus b, this is a Boolean function, and this Boolean function is made with two variables, that is a b, so that we have to implement a two variable K-map. Okay, in two variable K-map we have at least four number of cell, and all cells are present adjacent to each other. Okay, and this for this kind of function we have three variables is used here, that is abc, to construct this Boolean function. Okay, for such kind of Boolean function we have to implement the three variables K-map. Okay, again in three variables K-map we have eight cell, and that cell is present adjacent to each other. Okay, then suppose this is another kind of function, Boolean function. The function may contain four variables, so that we have to use a four variable K-map, and in four variable K-map we have to use 16 individual cell, and all cell are present with each other. Okay, adjacent to each other. So here the small question will arise: how we can find that how many variables K-map to be used to a particular Boolean function? So that the formula is very simple. The formula is that is called 2 to the n formula, where n is our number of variables, okay, used in a function. So whatever result will come, that is the number of cell should be present inside the K-map table. Okay. See, for this function we have two variable a b. So if I use n2, n equals to 2, so 2 to the 2 equals to 4, so that I have to construct a table, K-map table. We should have four individual cells. So this one four individual cell, and column is represented with some value, that is 0 1 value, or row is also represent some 0 1 values. Okay, so in this way we can implement the POS in K-map. So let's see a function that is a plus b. Okay, actually this function is written wrongly. Okay, it should be it should be a plus b and a naught plus b. So it is this function used two variable, that is a and b, so that we have to implement it K-map, that is two variable K-map. And from the last slide, we know that for two variable KMF, at least we need 4 cell, and all cells should be present adjacent to each other. Okay, this is the structure for this Boolean function. This is the KMF structure. Okay, so again POS, in POS the rule says that the non-complement variable is represented with 0. Okay, whatever variable is present inside the Boolean function, if that variable is non-complement, that variable must be replaced with 0. Okay, and the complement variables present inside the function is replaced with 1. Okay, if we apply this rule to this Boolean function, then we'll get like this. As it is a two or non-complement variable, so I have to put 0 here, 0 0, and this one is a this a is a complement variable, so that I use 1 here, then this is a 0. So after conversion of this Boolean function into 0 1 form, we'll get this one, that is 0 0 and 1 0. So in case of two variable KMap, the row side is represented with A and column side is represented with B, and the first column is represented 0 and the second column is represented 1, and first row is represented 0 and second row is represented 1. So according to that, we can easily find out the cell index, the index of the cell. The index of the cell means the row and column combination. The row is 0, here the column is 0. Okay. So for this case also we have 0 and 1, that is the index of the particular cell. The index of the cell is row 1, column 0. Okay. And for this cell, row 1 and column 1. Okay, after that we have to check that which cell is matched with this converted Boolean expression. Okay, so for 0 0 case we found this cell is matched, so we have to put here 0. So just remember, in SOP we're putting 1 into the matched cell, but thing is reverse here. Okay, uh, when the cell is matched we have to put 0 into that. Okay, so for this case 1 0, so let's find out 1 0, so we have to put 0 here. So after that we have to apply the rule, the combination rule. The combination rule is same with the SOP. Okay, we have to combine the two active adjacent cell. The combination should not be in diagonal fashion, right? We cannot combine these two cells. We can combine adjacent cell, but that adjacent should not be diagonal fashion. Okay, so we can combine this one. When we combine this one, we have to find out the common value of this combination. The common value should be B naught. B or B naught? It is B. Okay, the result is B here, because this 0 for POS, the 0 is represent 1, a 0 is represent for non-complement variable, 1 is represent for the complement variable. Okay, clear? So what is the common value here? B. So this is the way we can simplify this given Boolean expression. By using KMap we'll get this result. My answer will be B. Okay, we can also, you can also apply that Boolean law to simplify the Boolean expression. Okay, so definitely you will get the result B. Okay, suppose we have an expression like this: a plus b, then a naught plus b, a naught plus b naught, like that. So this Boolean expression use two variable, that is a b, so that we can use that two variable K-map. Okay, uh, this is the structure of this two variable K-map. We have four individual cell, and all cell is present adjacent to each other. Okay, so the row side is represented with A, this side is represented with A, and the column side is represented with B. Okay, again just apply that 0 1 rule for this Boolean function. So this A is represented with, replaced with 0, because because of the rule of POS, that is B is also replaced with 0. Okay, this is replaced with 1, then B is replaced with 0, then this is the complement variable, so both are replaced with 1 1. Okay, so after that we have to find the match cell. Okay, match cell of this equation. So 0 0, this cell is matched, so we put 0 here. So 1 0, so this place is 1 0, so we have to put a 0 here. Okay, and this is 1 more, you have to put 0 here. This cell is matched with this equation. Okay, so after that we have to find out the common value by just making the combinations. So in last class I said that combination should be 2 4, 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, then 16 cell, then 32 cells should be combined with each other. That means all sets cell, the combined cells should be present adjacent to each other. Okay, and the combination procedure should be started with highest order. So just I'm writing here 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell, or 32 cell. Okay, that all cells should be combined with each other. Okay, or the cells should be present adjacent to each other. So according to that, we have to combine, and the combination should be starting from higher order to lower order. First, we have to think that whether four adjacents will be combined or not. If it is not possible, then we'll think about the two adjacent cell. Okay, so here there is no question about the four cell, because the four cell is not in active state. Okay, so these two are can be combined together, and these two can be combined together. Okay, from this combination we'll get that result B. Okay, so for this combination we'll get the result A naught. Okay, because for this 0 A is constant, but this B is not constant. Okay, similar way for this 0 A is constant, but in this case B value is changing from 0 to 1, so we cannot take B is a constant value. Okay, so the answer will be A dot B. Okay, when we simplify this Boolean expression, we'll get the result A dot B. Okay, sorry, A naught dot B. This is the answer. Again, you can apply the Boolean law to simplify the Boolean expression. This is another method to simplify the Boolean expression, that is KMM method. So when we apply the KMM method to this Boolean value or Boolean function, we'll get the simplified version of this Boolean given Boolean function. And we know the reason for simplification because of the reduction of logic gates. Okay, when we reduce the logic gates, ultimately we can reduce the cost of that circuit. Okay. Okay, a Boolean function can be given in the max term also. Okay, because the POS is also represented with the max term, that is pi of m. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 all are the cell number. Okay, the cell number in form of decimal value. Okay, so as I said in the last class, the last value, that is 7, for this equation or for this expression, E7 must be less than equals to 8. Okay, the last value, the highest value should be less than equals to 8. Or in mathematical, in common term, we say that the last value, suppose the last value is my x, it should be less than equals to it is the less than equals to 2 to the n. Then only we can find out that the n value. Okay, so when we got that n value, then we can identify that what is the what is the size of the K map. Okay, what is the cell size of the K map? Clear? So just apply this rule for this equation. Is 7 less than equals to 2 n. So where n equals to 3, then it becomes 8. So it is possible. Okay, so that it is that is 3 variable K-map. We can also use the 4 variable K-map, but we are not getting any common value for that. That is the waste of time. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So this is the decimal value of the cell numbers. As I said, the one side is represent is A, that is the row side is represent with A, and the column side is represent with B and C. B plus C, sorry, B plus C, because it is a POS. Okay, this equation is given in the POS form, so that I'm writing it B plus C. So here again also we are applying that a gray code. Okay, you can use the gray code like this 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0, that is fine. In some book it is written as 0 plus 0, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 0, that is also fine, no problem. So you can write here 0 plus 1. Okay, don't get confused, both are same, but you have to use here a gray code. Okay, that is the very important point. So this table having 4 individual columns, column 1 2 3 4 columns and 2 rows, and all columns is represented with binary values. Okay, similarly all rows are represented with binary values. Okay, so row side is A and the column side is BC. So next job is to find the matched cell. Okay, so first we have to convert this each cell into the decimal numbers. The index of the cell should be converted into decimal values. So this index of the cell is 0 0 0, because row 0, column 0 and 0, so its cell number is 0. Similar, the cell number is 1, cell number is 2, for this case cell number is 3. Okay, for this case cell number is 4. Okay, this is cell number is 5, and the cell number is 6, and the cell number is 7. You're getting this cell number, right? So next job is to we have to put 0 into the matched cell. So this one, this is the cell 1, we have to put 0 here. That's 2, the cell is 2, I have to put 0 here. Okay, this is 3, this is the cell 3, I have to put 0 here. And this is 4, this is the 4, I have to put 0 here. And this is the 6, this is the 6, I put 0 here. The 7, I can use 0 here. Okay, then after that we have to combine the adjacent cell. See, again our rule says that we have to combine the adjacent cell like this. First we have to check two variables can be combined, or sorry, two adjacent cell can be combined, then 4 adjacent cell combined, then second 8 adjacent cell combined. See, one peculiar thing is that if it is a 3 variable KMF, then highest number of combination cell can be 8. Okay, in 3 variable KMF we cannot combine 16 cell. Okay, we cannot combine 16 cell, so highest number is 8. Okay, we cannot combine this 16 cell. Okay, first we check that whether 8 adjacent cell can be combined or not. There is no question about the 8 adjacent cell to be combined, because these two are not in active state. Okay, then next is 4. Okay, so check that whether the 4 adjacent can be combined or not. Yes, the 4 adjacent shall be combined, this one. Okay, this cell can be combined into a single unit, right? Then next is 1, these two remaining is there. Whether 2 adjacent cell is combined or not. Yes, it is possible, these 2 cell can be combined. And now this, what about this 0? 0 cannot be combined with the adjacent cell, because this adjacent cell is vacant one, this adjacent is vacant one. Just remember, in the last class I said that we can fold the kernel values. Okay, we can use the kernel values. So this is the kernel value, this one and this one can be combined, these two can be combined. Okay, so after that we have to find out the common values. See, the common value for this one, 4 adjacent cell is, see, for this row and this row a value is changing, we are not consider about that a value. Okay, we leave it. Then after that we have to think about the column value. For the column value, this value is constant, 1 is constant here, but this 1 becomes 0 here. So what is the represent for this, what variable is represent for this one? That is B. So my answer is B here. Okay, so now this is okay. So this is the A is constant, that is 0. Sorry, um, here that is B naught is constant, right? It is a B naught. Okay, so for this combination 0 is here, the 0 is represent A, so 0 is common value. Then what is the common value for this column? Along the column direction we are getting the common value 1 and 1. These two 1 are constant, but this becomes 0 and this becomes 1, so we cannot take that value. Then 1 is constant, then 1 is represent for a variable C, so A plus C naught, A plus C naught, it is 1 A single unit. After that this folded values. Okay, what is the result of this folded value? Here A is constant, that is A naught is constant. Okay, A naught is constant, and here 0 and 0, these two are same value, this is a constant value, this. Okay, and 0 is represent C variable, A naught plus C variable. Okay, then you can easily got the idea about the final result, that is B naught dot A naught plus C dot A naught, sorry, A plus C naught. The final value will be B naught dot A naught plus C. Okay, then A plus C naught. This is the final value or final result. Okay, when we simplify this Boolean expression by using K-map, we'll get this result. This is the simplified version of this Boolean expression. Okay, so we can have a Boolean function like this. Okay, so exactly this function is written is SOP. This function is represent with SOP. Okay, we can convert this function to POS just by changing this value, this symbol. If we replace the symbol with pi, then uh, okay, that function can be converted to SOP. Okay, so you do it yourself, convert this equation to the POS form, and after that you solve it. Whatever doubt will arise, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, okay, uh, suppose there is a Boolean function with 4 variable Boolean function, and the function is given in terms of POS, then we can implement this 4 variable K-map. Okay, and 4 variable K-map have 16 individual cell, and all cells should be adjacent to each other. In both case, just in both case POS and SOP, we have to use the same structure. Okay, so here here I will tell you how you can find the common values. Okay, so suppose we are thinking about the SOP. Okay, for the case of SOP, this side is written as AB and this side is written as CD. Okay, okay, so if we combine these two column into a single one, so look at this column direction. Okay, so I'm talking about SOP, right? Don't get confused. In SOP, that complement value is represent with 0 and non-complement value is represent with 1. Okay, so if these two columns are combined with each other, that means all cell filled with 1 or all cell are in active state. So we cannot find out the common value for these two. Okay, this column. So we'll get the common value, that is C. In SOP, the 0 is represent the complement value, that is the C naught. Okay. So similar way we can combine these two column, then we'll get the value C is common here. C value is common here. Then what about these two? Can we combine two column? Yes, we can combine these two column. We'll get this one and this one are two are constant value. So this one is represented to D. So my common value will be D. Then here the question is that what, where we'll get the D complement as a common value? Just look at this column and this column. If we combine these two column, we'll get that D complement is a common value. Okay, sorry, that is the D common value is D complement. So here my confusion thing is that how we can combine these two. Suppose I am placing 1 1 1 1 here. Okay, suppose I am getting such kind of things. Okay, so that time I have to fold this column and this column into a single one. Okay, clear? So what are the my highest number of combination? The highest number combination becomes 8. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so another chance is that I can combine this 4 into a single unit and this 4 into a single unit. It's possible, it's not a wrong one, but the highest preference is given that the highest number of combinations should be taken first. So my highest number of combination can be 8 here. If I fold these two column, this column and this column, it becomes 8 column. Then from that 8 column, I can find out the common value D naught. Okay, similarly, in the row direction, if I fold these two, or if I taking these two, then my common value will be A complement. Okay, for these two, my common value will be A. Okay, for these two column, this column and this column, my common value will be B. Okay, sorry, B only. Okay, B. And for this column and this row, sorry, the first row and the last row, if I combine the first row and last row, I will get B naught is a common value, right? So this is the way we can combine a 4 variable K-map, right? In both cases, in SOP or POS. If it is a POS, then just little bit change here. Instead of A dot B, it should be A plus B. Or instead of A dot C, it should be A C. Instead of C dot D, it should be C plus D. Okay. So again, it will be replaced C. This is C naught. This is D naught. This is D. Okay. Some minor changes will be there, but the rule is same for both cases, that is SOP and POS. Okay. So in two variable K-map, what will happen? Sorry, that is row is represented with A and column is represented with B and C. Okay, that is 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0, and it is 1 0 and 1. Clear? So suppose it is SOP form, then we can combine these two cells. Same way we can combine these two cells. We are getting the common value here, 0 and 0, that is B naught. Okay, and if we combine these two, we are getting B as a common value. If I combine these two, I can get the value C here, and from the last column, this one and this one, from there I can get the value C naught. Okay, don't get confused. And for this whole row, I will get A naught is common value, and for this whole case, whole row, I will get the common value is A. Okay, so this is very easy. Okay, Suppose I have a variable, suppose I'll got the value like this, 1 1 1 1 here. Then I have to combine it. These two columns should be combined. Okay, so it becomes 4. Okay, from there I can find out the common value. So here a question may arise that suppose in few classes, regular classes, I got that question from the students. Suppose I have a structure like this, 1 1 and 1 1 here. Can we fold it? Can we combine these two column? So let's see whether we can find out that common value or not. Just I would like to erase everything. Sorry. This will be, this is C. Okay, this is C. So if we combine these two column, what is the common value? Okay, just I'm writing here 0 0. This side is 1 1. What is my common value? I cannot find out the common value. Okay, if we think about this particular bit digit, this becomes 0 to 1. If we think about this one, this is also 0 to 1. I cannot find the common value here. Okay, so this is not possible. So the combination or the folding combination is only possible at the kernel side. Okay, the kernel of the table. So this can be possible 1 1 here, 1 1 is possible. Otherwise you can write here is 1 and 1 here. This can be possible, this kernel can be possible. Okay, so in KMap, every time we are using that gray code. Why we are using the gray code? Why we are not writing simple 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0? Okay, so see what will happen if I writing 0 0 0 1 and instead of 1 1 I am writing 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, so can I get the common value if I combine the two column? Yes, I can get the common value 0 here, right? And if I combine these two column, what is the common value? So see, if I combine these two value, the first column value, this one I'm writing this one, first column value is 1 0 and the second column is value is 1 0. Can you tell me what is the common value of this combination? We cannot find the combination, we cannot find the common value. That means if I have a number like this or the structure like this, I cannot make into a single one. Okay, single combination, because it is a 4 cell and all cell are adjacent to each other. I cannot make a single one. Okay, so instead of making it a single one, I have to make it two. This two cell should be a single and this two shall be another single one. Okay, but this completely violates the rules of KMap, because in KMap the combination should be started from the higher order, that is 32 16 8 2 8, sorry 8 4 and 2. Okay, so if there is 4 individual cells are adjacent to each other, I cannot take into two adjacent cell another two adjacent cell, it is not possible. Okay, so that we are using here a gray code. So similar way in 4 variable KMap also, in the row side we have to represent the gray code. Okay, the simply the gray code is used to find out the common values or common sequence. Okay, nothing else of that. Okay guys, we have a structure like this. We may develop a structure like this. Suppose this one. Okay, so this one. So we are getting four combination. So instead of taking two, we can fold it. This one and this one is a single. Okay, so another combination can be a 4 combination. So this is this cell and this cell. That means we are getting two 4 cell, two number of 4 cells combined to each other. Okay, this is This is one cell, 1 1 and 1 1. This is a 4 adjacent cell can combine into a single unit, and this 4 corner cell can be combined into a single unit. That means from this K-map we are getting the two equations only, two sequence only. Okay, so this is also possible. So this kind of structure can be derived while we are converting into 0 1 of that Boolean function. Okay, so you have to practice a lot. Okay, in the last slide I gave some questions. You practice with SOP and POS with the same questions. Okay, so thank you very much. Do you have any doubts regarding the schema in both POS and SOP? You can text me, and you have to do a lot of practice. Okay, and after that we'll see the sequential circuit and its type. And before starting the sequential circuit, uh, I want to say that in, I think, first or second classes I have already told about the circuit, its type. Okay, so from there we got some idea about the sequential circuit, and from this class, in coming class onwards, we will completely see the sequential circuit and its type. Okay, so thank you very much.